For over 40 years, millions of people ordered espresso every day.
Welcome to Explain Simply channel, where complex topics become crystal clear and easy to understand.
There was just one problem. It wasn't espresso. What they were actually drinking was just filter coffee, fast filter coffee. So when did espresso become espresso? The answer is hidden in the most famous coffee poster ever made. Let me explain. The story starts in 1884 with Angelo Moriando of Turin. He had a problem. Coffee took forever to brew. His solution: used steam pressure to force water through the grounds faster. Revolutionary idea. He got the patent. But here's the thing, he never commercialized it. Not a single cup sold. Fast forward to 1903. Luigi Bezzera took Moriando's idea and improved it. Better design, more practical. But Bezzera had the same problem: no money to manufacture. Enter Desiderio Pavoni, a businessman with deep pockets. He bought Bezzera's patents in 1903 and the two men started collaborating. Finally, in 1906 at the Milan Fair, they unveiled their creation to the world. They called it Café Espresso, the perfect name. Coffee expressed, pushed out from the machine, but more importantly, coffee made at speed. And it worked. People loved it. Other manufacturers jumped in, including Pier Terresio Arduino, who would commission one of the most iconic posters in advertising history. Arduino hired Leonetto Copiello, the father of modern poster advertising. In 1922, Copiello created a masterpiece, a steam train delivering espresso cups. Perfect timing too, the end of the age of steam. The train was the ultimate symbol of speed. But here's where it gets interesting. Look closely at that poster. What's the machine actually brewing? What's in those cups? It's not what we call espresso today. It's small cups of filter coffee. That's it. That's what espresso was. Not a new recipe, not a revolutionary drink, just normal coffee brewed faster. For decades, that's what espresso meant. Speed, not the drink itself, just the method. Everything changed in 1948. Achille Gaggia had a breakthrough. He introduced lever-operated pressure, real pressure, not just steam. This created something entirely new. That thick, rich shot with a layer of crema on top. That's when espresso became the espresso we know today. But the story doesn't end there. Modern espresso has evolved even further. Today, baristas work with three main types. Ristretto, the most concentrated, about 1 to 1.5 ratio, 18 grams of coffee producing roughly 27 grams of espresso. Normal, the traditional style, a 1 to 2 ratio, that same 18 grams makes 36 grams of espresso. And lungo, the longest pull, 1 to 3 or even 1 to 4, 18 grams stretched to 54 grams or more. By controlling these ratios, baristas dial in completely different flavors from the same beans. So next time you see Copiello's famous poster on a cafe wall, remember, it's not just vintage art, it's a time capsule, a reminder that espresso started as a speed revolution, not a flavor one. From fast filter coffee to three distinct styles, that's the journey of espresso. But while espresso was perfecting itself in Italy, something else was brewing. Something that would create one of the world's most popular coffee drinks. And it started with a complaint. 1943, World War II, American soldiers land in Italy as part of the Allied invasion. These young men from New York, Texas, California, small towns across America. They're used to American coffee, big cups, weak brew. You could drink it all day. Then they walk into an Italian cafe. The barista serves them espresso, a tiny cup, dark, thick, intense, 1 ounce of pure concentrated coffee. The Americans take a sip. Too strong, way too strong. This isn't coffee, this is liquid intensity. Some soldiers can't even finish it. Their faces say it all. Shock, confusion, where's the rest of it? So they do what Americans do, they improvise. Can we get some hot water with this? The Italian baristas are confused. Hot water in espresso, that's sacrilege. That's ruining it. But these are American soldiers and Italy needs them, so fine, here's your hot water. The soldiers pour it in. Dilute the espresso, make it more like the coffee they know. Suddenly it's drinkable, it's familiar, it's not quite American coffee but it's closer. The Italians watch this and they're horrified, but also amused. They start calling it Café Americano, American coffee, and not as a compliment, it's almost an insult. Look at the Americans, they can't handle real espresso. But the soldiers don't care. They found their solution. Word spreads through the military. Every American base in Italy starts ordering Americanos. It becomes the unofficial drink of the Allied forces. Then the war ends, 1945, the soldiers go home. You'd think this is where the Americano story takes off in America, but it doesn't, not yet. Because post-war America isn't ready for espresso culture, not even diluted espresso. America is the land of diners, drip coffee and instant coffee, Folgers, Maxwell House, coffee that comes in cans. The Americano becomes a memory, a war story. Hey, remember that weird coffee we drank in Italy? For 40 years, nothing happens. Then, 1982, a man named Howard Schultz walks into an Italian espresso bar and has an epiphany. He sees the culture, the community, the ritual. He thinks this could work in America. He's right. The specialty coffee movement explodes. Starbucks goes nationwide. Suddenly, Americans are drinking lattes, cappuccinos, and yes, Americanos. The drink that Italian baristas balked in 1943 is now on every coffee shop menu in America. But here's what's interesting. The Americano doesn't come back as the same drink. In the 80s and 90s it transforms. It's no longer the drink of soldiers who can't handle espresso. It's sophisticated. It's a choice. It says, I want the flavor of espresso but I want to drink it slowly, like American coffee. It becomes a bridge between Italian tradition and American preference, between intense and approachable, between espresso culture and drip culture. And Americans start to innovate. Long black, a variant from Australia and New Zealand, red eye espresso with drip coffee, black eye double espresso with drip coffee, each variation pushing boundaries. By the 2000s, something remarkable happens. The students become the teachers. Americans who grew up on Americanos start appreciating straight espresso too. Third-wave coffee shops open everywhere, craft brewing, single origin. Americans become espresso experts. The circle closes. What started as we can't drink this becomes let's understand everything about this. Today, the Americano isn't an insult or a compromise. It's a legitimate drink. A global standard. You can order it in Tokyo, London, Sydney, Sao Paulo. Everyone knows what it is. And it teaches us something important. Cultural exchange isn't always smooth. Sometimes it's messy. Sometimes it's misunderstood. Sometimes it starts with rejection. But given time, what seems like a mistake can become an innovation. What seems like disrespect can become adaptation. What seems like weakness can become a bridge. The Americano is proof that there's no single right way to drink coffee. Italian espresso is beautiful. American coffee culture is beautiful. The Americano, it's both. And the story of coffee keeps evolving, because every generation, every culture, adds their chapter. But that's a story for another time.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next video.